Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash of Clans with a very special pro guest. I have a pro tip series that I have in Clash Royale, which is actually what I built my channel around right now, and I kind of want to bring the same thing into Clash of Clans for you guys, definitely on a weekly basis. And the first guest is going to be none other than KJ the Beast, aka KJ. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Ash? Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, you are one of the best attackers in our clan. I'm going to take a look at your profile right here. And what I want to do today is you've had several six-packs in the last few wars. You have two accounts, a Town Hall 11 and a Town Hall 9. And what I want to do is kind of just go through a Town Hall 11 attack, a Town Hall 9 attack, talk about how you planned it. I'll ask you a few questions about your army composition. We can watch the replay, try to get inside your head. Maybe people will walk away feeling more confident when they're planning their next attack. I think this is the best process for learning, is just kind of listen to somebody, how they went through the process. So after that, if you're cool with it, we can go ahead and do a live attack maybe.
All right, yeah, well, sure. So in the current war, I'm going to be hitting the bottom 9.5 with my Town Hall 9.
All right, well, let's go ahead and tease that hit right here. We're not going to do it yet. We're going to go over your replays first. But so it's going to be number 24?
Number 24, Thunder Road 69, yes.
Thunder Road 69. All right. So this dude is, okay, so this is the base you're going to be hitting. And what strategy are you going to be using? Do you know yet, or obviously?
Yep, so the attack that I've been using is a 2 Golem Hog attack with 4 Earthquake.
Just such a classic, plus the Earthquake. Classic Shattered GoHo, right?
Yes, and I have strayed away from the jump because I've got burnt many times on the Queen not liking the jump. So now I just smash the whole middle with Earthquake.
All right, cool. Well, let's go. I'm going to get into that in a sec, into why you prefer the Earthquake. But for now, I want to go into the war log. Let's go ahead and go back to 2 wars ago. Let's cover your Town Hall 11 attack first. You 3-starred the #1 guy on their war map, so congrats there, Smuck. And before we show the replay, I'm just going to take a look at the base. So it's definitely not a very impressive base design, right? But yes, you totally took advantage of its weaknesses. So why don't you tell us first about when you saw this base, what your game plan was, and why?
So whenever I first looked at it, I was anticipating that there was going to be a good amount of bombs towards the bottom around the bomb tower, because that's why he left the opening in his walls and expecting me to just fly up the middle there like everybody else. So I had one of the Town Hall 9 scout for the clan castle, so it was just a dragon and I think a couple minions. And then he threw some Valks and they're all at the bottom. So I thought that if I came in from 3 o'clock and I could kill Inferno, Queen, clan castle right off the bat, I thought that I'd be pretty good just to loop around with a bunch of witches and bowlers here.
Okay, and the reason for choosing the witches and the bowlers was basically because of all that wide open space?
Yep, hoping that the skellies could run around and distract everything while the bowlers just ran over straight across the core.
Now, on a base like this, or really like any trophy design base, is there anything that you're looking for when you're scouting bases to fit like an attack style that you feel confident in, or is it more you just cater your attack or your army composition to the base that you're hitting?
I think I kind of just look for layouts that look good for either an air attack or just spam a bunch of bowlers and witches and just freeze infernos as I go around. So like this base, I saw there's a bunch of open areas, so maybe one bowler could trip a bomb and then the other 15 of them wouldn't get even damaged at all. So I think this base I like just because of the fact that I could hit one inferno at a time and then there'd be a lot of empty room just for the bowlers to fly around.
Okay, cool. So when you were planning to come in from 3 o'clock, which we'll watch in just a second here, so you're planning, did you use 2 jump spells, or what was your spell comp?
So this attack I used Earthquake, like I said, I'm a big Earthquake guy. And first I thought, oh, I could just stick a jump right on top of it, but then by my luck, I would miss one of the edges, Queen would shoot the wall, or everybody's running around. So I just thought, just to be safe, just Earthquake there, then there's a huge funnel right to the middle.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and watch it if you're ready, man.
Yep, whenever you're ready, my man.
All right, I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, replay. All right, so here we go. So as we're going through it here, just go ahead and talk us through your thought process. It's a pretty simple raid. It'll get a little bit more technical when we move on to Town Hall 9, but I figured you 3-starred the #1. You might as well play it, right?
Mm-hmm. This is one of my pride and joy. So on this one, I started off, so I wanted to make sure I got both the golems down to where nothing was going to pick off any of these bowlers, or I wasn't going to have an embarrassing wall breaker fail. So I dropped them both down, I wall broke in, and there's a compartment there where I was hoping that everything was going to go towards the Inferno, and as you can see, my king decided to go rogue, so he's running over there. So, and at the beginning, so every time, this might be a useful tip, I guess. So every time I hit the warden, 99% of the time I hit the king is the same time, even if he's full health, because the king mixed with however many barbs he pops out there, those usually can mow over at least 3 or 4 defenses before the king even takes another hit. So I had the king with the warden ability smash over, and he cleared up the whole side. And then on the inside, I got most of the bowlers and the queen, he and the warden towards the middle. And I got to freeze the other Inferno before it really melted too much. And then it was just kind of watch and pray.
Yeah, now when you go on like these mass attacks like this against the base like this, do you usually what is your normal spell comp? Do you usually plan on using the Grand Warden Eternal Tome ability to freeze one Inferno, or essentially, you know, mitigate the damage by one Inferno, and then a freeze for the second, and then just rage through the rest? Is that pretty much what you're using?
Yeah, typically I like to use the warden as it's going to either an Inferno side or if there's a bomb tower, because most people don't really give the bomb tower enough love. But if the bomb tower blows up at the same time Inferno hits, plus maybe another bomb, your whole army's gone. So I try to negate the bomb tower sneaking one over on me. So I usually use the warden as I'm rolling in with the majority of the kill squad, and then try to save the freeze for the backside Inferno.
And on an attack like this, what is it about the base or the attack that makes you choose to not bring healers and just go straight up like 2 golems versus starting with a queen walk, even though it's not a, you know, there wasn't any outside units, no real funneling necessary? Was that basically the reason?
Yeah, and typically now with the new the air meta, everyone's got the seeking air mines around the outside of the base. So typically I usually do a queen walk and then 3 mines blow up, and then I am in a big heap of trouble. So usually I just try to stick with just the golems. So the air mines are completely negated and they don't have any effect. And then I just don't really have to worry about too much of that. Then I just roll on in.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the close war we had against Toronto. And let's go ahead and review a Town Hall 9 attack on your mini account. I think it was against
24 or 5, one of the two, I think.
24, okay.
Oh, I tripled both of those. Yeah, 24.
Okay, sweet. So let's go ahead and just take a look at the base again. So there's a 9.5. It's pretty much maxed out, pretty close to maxed out. So again, you're going to be using... I'm just going to go ahead and press replay, but pause at the beginning so people can see your army composition. So can you tell us a little bit about your method of Shattered GoHo at Town Hall 9, and why, again, that you prefer the spell compositions that you do in the army comp?
So my first thought whenever I see these bases is if it's something like this where it's spread out and I can Earthquake and get 2 golems in front of heroes, 6 bowlers, and a couple wizards, usually it'll take down Clan Castle and hopefully trip a couple bombs in the middle. So then it's really just a trickling around with the hogs and just follow them and look for the double bombs. So like bases like these, if I can Earthquake and rage the kill squad, that is pretty much the same as using 2 poisons. So, but I'm saving, because typically poisons don't really kill the Clan Castle immediately. It just kind of delays the process till the queen or someone gets there. So I'm usually trying to use the rage on the queen and a couple wizards. So that'll take down Clan Castle, ideally the queen. And then hopefully I trip a couple bombs and be able to gut right into the core with the kill squad. So like I said, to the hogs, it's just going to be cleaning up around the outsides and just ringing them around clockwise or counterclockwise.
Okay, and how do you decide where to enter in the base? Is it just as simple as where those earthquakes kind of coincide with achieving the other objectives of the kill squad?
Yeah, typically
Castle Queen.
Yeah, at least where I can get, the obvious 2 walls on each side, and I try to go for places where typically there's going to be an obvious bomb or like a Tesla farm maybe right in the middle. So I'm tripping at least one of those, so at least my hogs won't have to worry about a Tesla farm or bombs going around on the outside. So if I can get 2 golems in front of the heroes right in the middle, then that usually just decides which side I hog on. So that usually helps pretty well.
And then you're devoting so much in terms of firepower to your kill squad. Again, 2 golems, you have the bowlers in the Clan Castle, you have several wizards as well to help with the funnel, and then to hopefully merge in with the kill squad. So with all that, you should get to the core of the base, and then the hog placement from there, correct me if I'm wrong, pretty much just kind of presents itself, because you already have that big core into the gut of the base, and then you can just kind of create a hog path or a hog lane along the other outside opposite where you entered. Is that pretty much your philosophy?
Yep, so typically I just kind of play it by ear. As soon as the kill squad goes in the middle, whatever side, I kind of cut the base in half. Whatever side the kill squad and the heroes seem to favor, then I always start the hogs on the other side of the base. So the kill squad's going to be able to keep picking off with the queen. She'll be able to knock down a couple defenses. Then as the hogs emerge around the other side, they ideally I said, merge around at the very end, and they'll meet up with the queen. So then the queen won't even have an ability used. And then it's just I use the ability just for cleanup. So I usually whatever side the kill squad goes on, the other side's always where I hog from.
Cool. And do you always go with one rage for the kill squad and two heals for the hogs, basically, on top of your earthquakes?
Yep, typically because the clan castle, it's either got a drag or a baby drag in there. So I usually use it just so the queen and a couple wizards kills the clan castle, and then the bowlers with the rage just knocks over whatever's in front of it. So it makes just an easy funnel. The heroes just walk straight to the middle.
All right. Well, let's watch this. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so again, just like last time, basically just, talk us through things. You kind of already gave us a game plan here, so no need to really pause it, but establishing the funnel here.
Yep, so the funnel the real important part of this switch, and this raid wasn't perfect, but I usually try to make sure that even whenever the golems enter the base, the wizards aren't easily picked off, because the wizards are what I usually rely on to knock down the CC as well. Because if the queen's stuck on something, then the bowlers obviously aren't going to be able to shoot a dragon or anything out of the sky. So here, like I tried it, so as soon as the clan castle met up, so I used the rage, and there was a lot of ground in there nicely, so the king and the bowlers could take down a lot of the CC. And then once there, so all of my queen, the bowlers, they favored were all over on the right side. So I started trickling the hogs in. Typically I do 3 per defense, because I feel like 2 is just it just damages them, lets too many of them be picked off by archer towers. And then one of the most important places I heal is always on the bomb tower, even if there's no bombs around, because like I said, the bomb tower with maybe like a wizard tower combo usually can erase a big pile of your hogs. So I usually save 1 rage just for there specifically. And then I just kind of follow the hogs around and look for places where it's either going to be a lot of hit points or a possible giant bomb.
Yeah, I noticed that you're really good at holding that second heal spell, and you notice this about really good hog players in general, is that kind of a telltale sign of someone who's just picking up GoHo or just picking up hogs is using those heals a little bit too early sometimes, or knowing exactly when to use them. So do you always basically just eyeball it as it's happening in the raid?
So if it's an area where there could be a double bomb, typically as soon as I see one trick, I drop it down. But a lot of people in the new era are using 4 individual bombs. So that might be a tip for people that are watching, trying to find mid bases that's going to defend against these kind of attacks. So if you have 4 separate bombs, most typical hog players, as soon as they see the first one, they're going to dump a heal. So if you have them in maybe 4 different quadrants of the base, that's going to help, because they're going to burn the first and maybe both heals before there's even the second half of the base gone. So that can maybe help you get the hogs to the second half of the base and run through a minefield.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and move on to the base that we're going to be hitting live here, and then hopefully you succeed.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed here.
No pressure, man. All right.
No pressure at all.
So it's going to be Thunder Road 69. We already looked at the base a little bit. Why don't we go ahead and look again, and you can kind of tell us your game plan for this base. It's going to be the same exact attack, is it?
Yep, same attack as the previous replay.
Okay, cool. So how are you going to hit this bad boy?
So typically, like I said, I try to cut the base in half so I can make most of my kill squad stay to one side and then hog on the other. So the queen doesn't get exposed to any defenses picking her off. And then the hogs are just going to loop around. They're both going to meet on the other end, ideally, as I said. So in this one, I think around 7, 8 o'clock, where the archer tower and the wizard tower, that's where I'm going to put both golems down, split on both of those edges of those walls. I'm going to try to wall break in there, and then I'm going to do the 4 earthquakes on the compartment beside the expo and the air D. So that's going to open up a huge lane to where the kill squad's going to run straight up to the left, hopefully kill the bomb tower, the wizard tower up top, and then run up towards the town hall. And then as soon as the CC and the queen is dead, I'm going to start my hogs going around the right side, start at the camp at the bottom, and then just run all the way up the right. And one of the more important things about these kind of bases is you have to, because I bring 2 minions and an archer for cleanup. So usually at the beginning of the attack, as soon as like the first 2 or 3 sets of hogs go in, is when I start throwing the cleanup behind. Because most people, whenever you're towards the end of the raid, are just trying to follow the hogs with the heals and then forget about the stuff that's all the way behind you. Then there's usually you run out of time, or a 99%, as I've been doing recently.
All right, well, let's not hope for one of those. And hey, whenever you're ready, man, let's do it.
All right, let's see if I can be a hero.
If not, we'll edit this out and say, okay, guys, later.
All right, let's just start over. All right.
Joking.
All right, so I'm going to start the earthquake off first so I can make sure that gets down here. Let's see if I can get all of these compartments. Okay, so far so good.
We're going to have a little delay live, but it's okay. You can still talk us through it.
Okay, so I got the earthquake down. Both of the golems are down here. No wall breaker fell. It's a good start. Good start.
Yep. Nice, easy funnel here.
All right, so I got all the heroes. The CC is not came out yet, but I got the queen down. So I'm gonna wait until they come out a little bit more. Drop the rage, so hopefully they don't walk here. Nope, we're good. So now both the golems are sticking out in front here, and we're gonna drop the CC. So like I said, so now we're gonna start hogging around the right side. So I got a couple of those there. Gonna drop a couple cleanup troops behind. And now we're just going to wait and see what happens with the bombs here. All right, so I got the first pack of hogs. There's the first heal. So I think we might not run into another bomb. No, another set of bombs. There's a Tesla farm right there. So might have to dump the second one there.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little hairy spot there.
All right, so now the queen's still alive, so I still got that ability. So if I have to pop that, I'm going to have to.
It's all those skeletons and that king on your hogs.
This might be not a good time.
Oh, so close.
Ooh, yep. So we ran out of time there. I think with
very
so many
close.
skellies. Yep, so many skellies and the king at the same time. That really didn't help things going around the outside there.
Yeah, it was tricky with the Tesla farm there. On a fresh hit, obviously, you don't really, you don't know all the time where everything is. And that was kind of a tricky little area there. You know what I think we should do? I think you should redeem yourself.
I think we're going to have to get a little redemption going.
All right.
All right, I think all my troops are dead here, so we're just going to end this, and hopefully I don't get harassed in the chat too much.
Well, we ended at 69%. That was pretty much on purpose to kind of match his name there, right?
I just want to make sure the guy felt like he was at home.
Absolutely. All right, so let me fill you up here.
All right, so I got Clan Castle. Let's really rock this guy.
What's the next target going to be?
So the next base that I had picked out was 27 Phantom.
All right. So again, are you gemming your army?
I already had it built. I just had to gem the heroes.
Okay, cool. All right, well, whenever you're ready, tell us the game plan here.
All right, so this will be the similar type of attack, hopefully a little better outcome. So around the actual same area, so 6 or 7
Actually,
o'clock.
You know what? Take a quick breather. You know what would be really beneficial, I think, is if it's not too soon, can we rewatch that replay real quick and maybe tell us,
no problem.
Because I think it would help people out maybe to see what you do differently now that you know where the Tesla farm is and stuff like that.
Relive the nightmare. Let's go ahead.
Let's relive it. See, even our best attacker can fail, guys. It should make you feel better. All right. So I'm just going to press play here and basically tell me where you think or what you think you would do differently now that you know where the Tesla farm is, now that you know what's in the clan castle and whatnot.
So I think knowing where the Tesla farm is, I think I would have needed to be able to hit those sooner with the hogs. So maybe in this case, I would have had the kill squad and everything rolling there through the middle. And then I would have started, once the bomb tower went down, of course, so I would have started the hogging going on the opposite side of the base. So so once the wizard tower at the top left, the archer tower, and the cannon by the town hall, that will be the first couple targets. So those will go down. Probably wouldn't need a heal there. And then I could heal as they start to loop around towards the Tesla farm. And then the last heal on the bottom right area. So that would, ideally, I said that beforehand. So ideally, that would open it up to where I would get the Tesla farm first, and then maybe my queen would have been able to kill a few of those skelly traps as they popped out if I started over in that area.
Yeah, in cases where your kill squad, like once they reach the core, if they start to veer a little bit, either to the left or to the right or to the top, bottom, wherever, do you generally, do you think it's preferable to have your hogs enter in towards the closest side where they veer towards because you have them kind of tanking, or does it really not matter unless, given the specific base?
Yeah, and I watched the replay on this one. So the one golem on this replay, he actually went up to the top left by himself and was tanking there solo for a minute. So that might have been a good spot to start because at least 2 or 3 of the defenses wouldn't have even shot a hog. So that would have been a good spot to be able to start rolling in because then the golem would have tanked the whole time. And then the hogs I wouldn't have had to use a heal nearly as early.
Yeah. All right, well, hindsight's 2020 there. It was still a well-planned attack. Let's try 27 Phantom and see how you do here.
All right, I can't fail twice in a row. Not on YouTube.
All right, so what's the game plan going to be again? Just walk us through quickly.
So around the same area, 7, 8 o'clock is where I'm going to drop both golems right on each one of those archer towers. Going to wall break right through there in the middle near the cannon, and then earthquake in between the right around where the queen is and the wizard tower and the gold star. So I'll have a huge pass straight to the middle. And then I think let's see. I think I'm going to start rolling the hogs around the left side, depending on where the kill squad goes, so I can knock down the expo and then around the backside. Hopefully there's no bombs.
All right, man.
All right, let's try to redeem.
Good
Let's
luck.
go.
Good luck.
All right, so let's just start with earthquake because I know that's going to be a good thing, so I won't have to mess that one up. All right, so the earthquake's down, broke both walls, so that's a good start. Going to drop both the golems, drop a couple wizards. I usually try to save at least one for the middle, so that'll help with the clan castle. Nope, 2 attacks in a row, no wall breaker fails. Okay, this might be a new record.
I hope it's I hope it's not a jinx though, you know.
Yeah. All right, so now I got the kill squads going towards the middle. A lot of archers and a dragon, it seems. Okay, so I got the clan castle starting to trickle down, so I'm going to start the hogs in here. I'm going to the left, like I said. And the golem is tanking on the one expo, so the expo is not going to play a factor here, so that'll be nice. Okay, the expo's down. Let's just heal right here. Might have been a tad bit late on that one. All right, so I'm going to trickle on the last couple hogs and look around for the cleanup. So now I got the kill squad still alive in the middle with the hogs trickling around. The queen still has the ability, so if I run into another Tesla farm here, it should be okay. Okay, it looks like we're not going to see any more double bombs the rest of the way, so let's just kind of watch and see.
Hogs are doing pretty well here.
All right, so I got the last heal in, so fingers crossed. This is looking like a 3-star. Yeah, probably couldn't jinx it at this point because I'm almost all the way done.
And like you said, you have those minions. You have that wizard on the weak side right now. The golem is tanking for your archer queen. Everything's looking beautiful right now at this point.
Yeah, so like I said, so at this point is typically where most people get into a little bit of a pickle because they have a minute and some change left and they don't have any cleanup. So that's why as soon as the hogs are shielding from the first couple defenses, I put the cleanup right behind. So as the hogs go around and I'm focusing on the heal, the cleanup's starting to knock the buildings down, so I don't have to worry about a dreaded 99% or one of those kind of fails.
Yeah, very nice, man. Very, very well planned, and tons of time left on the clock. So even and a lot of hogs left up alive as well. So there we go, man. Redemption. Cheers.
Yep, and I think redemption. Yep, the first one I might have been a little too confident if there's such a thing on this game.
Can never be too confident in Clash of Clans. But dude, as we finish up here, 3-star, congratulations. And hey, not to get too personal, but today, in a few hours actually, you find out the gender of your child. So
yes, sir.
Good luck with that, man.
Thank you very much. The baby is due in August, so today I get to find out if it's a mini beast mode or if it's a little Miss Beast mode, I guess you would call it.
Beast mode. All right, well, dude, let me know, and then I'll put in the comments so people know if you want to share afterwards.
All right, yep, absolutely. I'll let everybody know. I'll be YouTube famous.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, it's been a pleasure having you on. Can't wait to watch more of your attacks. And guys, let me know if you like this series, having pros on, talking about their planning and execution on 3-star raids. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.